The Neold U17 is one smooth, thick, analog sounding compressor. I think Neold has nailed the analog sound and behavior with this plugin. Let me show you how this works and most of all how this sounds. What is interesting is that the U17 sports a clipping stage which is set before the compression. By simply increasing gain, and the plugin loves some gain, you can drive into this clipping stage easily, which already results in a very smooth peak grabbing type of sound. Now with density you set the amount and emphasis sets where exactly the saturation and clipping is focused. No frequency indication here, use your ears to focus. You can use this to add drive and harmonics. Some clipping plugins have its sound break up in a sort of a barking sound, but not this one. This one breaks up in a beautiful way. Here on Snare you hear that the clipping will shave off the sharpest peak and it already creates a way more slamming sound. Of course it already drives into the compression a bit, and the clipping has the benefit that the compressor can do its work more efficiently. It does not have to react on all sharp peaks. If you have ever used a compressor, this is not a complex plugin to use. You have your attack and release controls. Attack starts at 0.5 milliseconds. Torque is your combined compressor, knee and ratio setting. Compensate with the output dial. You can dial in any compression sound quickly. Make sure you tweak input, density and emphasis as well. It all basically sounds good. It might not fit of course, but this plugin is smooth and can work rather transparently. With this plugin it's really rewarding to play with the attack, release and torque settings. Now these two knobs, the shape and frequency dial, are to dial in the sidechain filter. This changes how the compressor hears the audio and applies its compression. This will have no effect on the actual frequencies of the sound, but purely on how the compression behaves in the frequency range. Like this, there will be more focus on low end, and like this, more on the higher frequencies. U17 can change this frequency tilt point and how exactly the tilt happens. This addition will give a huge range of different compression sounds. On the far end you will get either a high or low pass sidechain. Something like this is applied in the API 2500 compressor, and there it's known as thrust circuit with its own special take on the sidechain EQ concept. When you push the filter to the extremes, you get either a high pass or a low pass sidechain filter. This sidechain is also an integral part of getting the right compression sound for your audio track. This plugin also lives happily on the group or masterbus. With these drums, setting the attack and release on auto nicely makes the drum sound more solid and more interesting. In bypass, these drums sound way more flat in comparison. On the masterbus, you can easily get parallel style compression thanks to the mix dial. The monitor switch will help in dialing the sidechain filter, so you hear what the compressor hears. This plugin really feels and sounds analog. With sound it's thick and gooey. It's also analog in how whatever you dial in will sound good. Analog means to me a certain sound, which tends to make your audio a bit bigger and 3D, but also how a proper built analog device makes audio sit better in the mix, and makes mixing after you have used a proper analog device easier. It has to do with all the many components, the way a device saturates and adds harmonics, and of course how it colors. The Neold U17 has these qualities. Neold has a knack for that analog sound. It's also showcased in their V76 U73 preamp compressor plugin. It's linked on screen and in the description below.